Did you know? Yeah, that's right. I'm doing Greco-Roman trivia.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hello.
Did you know that the laurel wreaths that are atop the heads of many people throughout those two eras are actually bay leaves?
I hate bay leaves.
What do you mean you hate bay leaves?
Because you always have to take it out of a fucking whatever you put in.
That's such a pain in the arse.
It's like Ross. It's like when you have a pilau rice or whatever, and you've got to take those little fucking
cardamom pods.
Yeah, cardamom pods. I fucking hate them.
Eat
bay
the
leaves.
cardamom pods, you pussy.
Bay leaves can go fucking suck one. Yeah.
So, good fact.
Rossus Maximus, we have prepared your triumph, and you shall
Has it got
wear
any
this
bay
laurel
leaves?
wreath. Is it fucking bay leaves? I fucking hate bay leaves.
For a man
I'm
who
not doing
loves
it.
the Grecian period, you would have been terrible in that time. You would have been a well-seasoned, grumpy man, Ross.
I am a well-seasoned.
Here's a Canada. I don't know if you know this, but did the laurel wreath originate with the Greeks, or was it a Roman thing? Because I know they did the Roman triumphs and stuff like that, but was it a Greek?
I believe that the
'Cause for
Greeks
the-
wore some as well. I say
for
the
the
Greeks, that they
Olympics?
depicted some wearing it. Yeah, because that's where you get wreaths from for
the
a
Olympics
celebratory
and-
thing.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
They gave them bay leaves. They're like, here, make your food taste better. And then Ross was like, no, I don't want it. I just want a race. I don't want your stupid bay leaves.
It makes my hair smell of soup.
Is that the benefit of it then? You get to wear your laurel wreath around the house, and whenever you're making a stew, you can just be like, blink.
Yeah, man.
What?
Yeah, look at that.
Just went Italian then. When you're making a stew.
Did you just make it a soup with my laurel wreath? I got given that by Julius Caesar. You make it a soup. You've eaten the soup.
Yeah, make it a stew.
Pick it out.
I mean, personally, I think it's a huge misstep that we don't all have Mario.
Oh, yeah, man.
Well, yeah.
Wearing things that can help your cooking is fucking awesome.
Yeah. That's why Colin has his clove jacket on.
Exactly, yeah.
If you need a clove, just come to Colin's
That's
house.
just how he pronounces it. He wears cloves, doesn't he?
Amazing.
Oh, very good.
Fulton would
Very
agree
good.
with me, you know. He's
true.
got meat under his...
It's true.
Who? Fulton doesn't exist in this
Yeah.
universe.
Wait, it's going to happen at some point. They're going to do a crossover.
Multiverse.
Got to work in fucking Dwayne The Rock Johnson first.
I love that he's playing all the other characters in this.
Yeah.
He's our ensemble.
Everyone's played by Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
This is from like Scorpion
So
King
awesome.
era Rock, when he's just desperate for movie roles. He'll just take any old part going.
yeah.
So yeah, I watched that accidentally with my partner. I started off the day, a lovely Sunday, by watching most of The Mummy with my partner and our housemates, and then I was like, got to go to the pub, see my friends from an old Secret Cinema show. Went to Streatham, hung out with them, came back, and they were like, we couldn't stop. We were on The Mummy 2, and then we just started watching the Tom Cruise Mummy, and now we're on the Scorpion King. And I was like, what's wrong? What have I left? I left you on such good things, and now you've gone down into the depths.
Well, the Scorpion King was remarkable because even for the time, terrible CG. At the end,
bad.
it's so bad. It's
Scorpion King isn't as bad. It's Mummy 2 that has the atrocious.
It's pretty bad.
The Rock that just looks awful.
Yeah.
turns
It's
into a scorpion
mistimed. And,
thing.
yeah.
Oh, it's just
Scorpion King is like a pretty good. It's a decent-ish long episode of Hercules: The Legendary Journeys. Like it's a TV movie. It's like.
Oh wow, Dan likes the Scorpion King. I never thought you'd like the Scorpion King. I thought you hated it.
I don't hate the Scorpion King because I watched a lot of Hercules and Xena when I was a teenager, and so I'm like, it's got a bit of a nostalgia kick for it,
Did
where
you
it's that
watch
kind of
the-
like really passable.
The Dwayne The Rock Johnson Hercules.
No, I didn't. Is it good? Oh, that's a shame.
It's that's every person's review of any Dwayne The Rock Johnson's films. Yeah.
I like The Rock. The Rock's like the action Paul Rudd. Like the movie he's in may not be any good, but he's always good in it.
Yeah.
I saw Dwayne The Rock Johnson's Hercules on a boat in Malaysia. So I was island hopping in Malaysia, and it was, when you see kind of shit films that are like, but you're in a different country, so you're like, oh, it's going to be fine for some reason, and then it's still kind of not. There are bits of that film that are okay, but that's about it. That's all I had to say on that.
Fair enough. How was island hopping in Malaysia?
Iron
No,
hopping.
it's my bit
Iron
now.
Iron hopping's the
Iron
next
hopping.
Iron Man film.
Yeah.
He just invents a pogo.
Yeah.
Doing, doing.
I've learned an interesting fact about gladiatorial combat the other day.
Oh, yes.
was it?
Yes, and it's obviously in films, Gladiator being especially one. They're always portrayed as ripped, muscly, super lean, super strong sort of dudes. But actually, gladiators were quite fat. Because what was good, if you're very, very thin and you're very, very ripped and then you get stabbed, it's more than likely going to hit something really important. And if you've got an extra layer of sort of flab, when people got cut, it looked great for the crowd, but it was a good chance it wasn't going to be anything serious whatsoever.
James, I've got to ask you, how did you find out about this particular fact?
It was on Facebook.
Was it on Facebook? Or was it on this actual podcast that you were listening to? Because we have covered that exact topic.
Did we?
Yeah, man.
Oh, I might not.
Oh, come on, mate. Recycling facts.
Damn it.
I was talking to you about pulse that was like a bulking food, so you'd put on extra layers of fat because those who were huskier was harder. It's easy to cut, but harder to wound. And if you bled a little bit, then it would be a showy cut and it would be very exciting, but you would have less chance of dying.
Sounds like lyrics from an Adele song.
It does. And also, I
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
We might have
It just really did.
I think we might have covered this before, but the whole sort of like, should he live, should he die thing, but that rarely happened, I think, didn't it? Because you didn't want your expensive investment into your Gladiator to just get murdered. Yeah. I mean, you get through Gladiators 10 a minute.
I wasn't there, so I don't know.
Well, you should have been.
Yeah,
we did talk briefly about that a while back in season 1.
Thumbs up and thumbs down, isn't it?
Because
Joaquin Phoenix doing it.
Once you'd won a few fights, you were an investment. Like you had merchandising, you had all kinds of cool stuff on your side. Perhaps even sponsorship and stuff like that. People wanted to see your images. They would put it on flags. They would possibly put it on toys. They definitely put it on jugs. Put fucking anything on jugs.
They put everything on jugs. Like literally.
Jugs on jugs.
Yeah.
Jugs on jugs.
Jugs on jugs.
Jugs on jugs.
Jugs on jugs.
On jugs.
Paul Rudd. Hi, I'm Paul Rudd. This is Paul Rudd on jugs.
Paul Rudd on jugs.
I'd watch that show. I'd watch that show.
See? He's the difference. He is the difference.
He is the nice guy. Yeah. You've got me there, Dan.
It's a Disney Plus.
Just like you'd watch The Rock on Rocks. Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
The format works. You know what? I need to point something out in Drummond's favour on this. The number of times we hear a mic get hit, and we're always like, why does Drummond always hit his mic? I'm sitting in Drum's chair today. I'm sitting where he normally sits for the main show, and I've hit this mic stand a lot of times with my flappy hands. It's just the mic. See? It's right there, Cole.
It's right there. I think the only answer, we're going to have to take away Dan's mic.
Yeah,
there's no other way.
Thing.
I mean,
just gonna
equally,
imagine, I'll shout from the kitchen.
Bring back the lamp.
equally, James's and Ross's echo the mics that you have on that side, and they hit it twice as much actually. So
Mike Burn.
So, Scott, are you saying that that the White Fingers are now an investable property since we've been so successful in our?
Do you know what
White Fingers?
We're potentially saying that the Ludus named after ideally a non-creepy action. Whatever you choose that is not creepy and makes everyone gross out. Possibly yes, because you have completed that your first official game now, and you are of course all now level 3.
So you say the prune fingers, they're out.
Okay. Prune fingers seems less creepy for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Because prunes are quite, it's all right.
They're wholesome.
They're wholesome and relatable. We've all had prune fingers at some point.
I don't know what basis you have for calling yourself the prune fingers, but do you know what? If you all settle on a name, fine. Do you know what? It's not the linchpin of my campaign.
Do you know what? An interesting fact. White finger is actually a medical condition.
Is it?
Yes.
What is it?
It's when workers use sort of pneumatic drills and stuff, and the vibrations over time, it stops the blood flow to your fingers. It can be really serious.
How the
and actually stays
do you
permanent.
know that?
I'm full of
From all the time he's
really
drilling.
useless information. Literally, my brain absorbs this stuff, and then I can't find my trousers. So I'm just like, where did I put them? But I know about white finger.
Well, congratulations, White Fingers.
Are we undefeated so far?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if the goat.
I mean,
counts.
we defeated a big marble room with lots of riddles
I'm
in it.
aware there's degrees of this. Like Boobs has been down in every single fight he's been. The Baron is definitely not undefeated.
Yeah,
but,
in the seeding, Buble got taken out. But yeah, I mean, as a group, you haven't lost one yet. I kind of, as a DM and writer for it, I'm like, we'll start the campaign. I was like, I want to just prep. That could absolutely happen. You lose the game, but you don't lose your life in the Callisiopolis usually, so it's usually fine. But when the risk comes up, like at the start of the Riddle Trap Box thing, you all start going down to the first room. I was like, that's going to kind of suck if they all really die in like the second room.
Yeah.
But hey, you didn't, and maybe I put the most difficult riddle at the start instead. But I didn't know how difficult they all were. Some people know, some people don't.
Do you know what? And that's the thing about I love riddles. Like me and Dan, you mentioned
you're really
in the
good at
episode.
them.
Yeah, always enjoyed a riddle, and it is one of those things that when you tell a riddle, quite often you're like, it's so fucking easy. Like, surely, guys, yeah. And you then see people's faces being like, No, I just got no idea what you're talking about. You're like, but oh god, this is way harder.
Sometimes brains don't work the same.
Yeah, and obviously when you know the answer, it's like, oh right, okay. Although I really liked, kudos to you, Scott. I think I really enjoyed the riddles, but also enjoyed a little bit of history, and I enjoyed they jumped around the place. We had some ancient ones, we had some modern ones,
Tolkien.
Tolkien. That was bang on, mate.
The ancient ones are way better than the kind of the medieval English and French ones that we would have learned at Tower of London, because they're all shit. Because they're kind of we do them in front of tourists and do one of these riddles, Catholics? And someone would be like, well, that doesn't make sense. What about this? And it's because they're all written by people who, if someone says that to you, you'd be like, kill him. And so, you just have to agree with them.
Oh god, there was one that made me rage. Oh, so stupid. I shall find out what it is, and then I shall tell you. Because
is it the
yeah, it's the one. Yes, I know.
The piece of string to the moon.
No, not that one.
Oh, okay.
No, it's another one, and it's stupid. Like it's one of those. It's like blah, blah, and you're like, no, that is not. No. It doesn't make sense.
You have to say
you can't use that jump in logic to justify this riddle. What the answer is in no way, shape, or form represented by the riddle.
Ross, how many pieces of string does one need to reach the moon?
Depends how long the string is.
Exactly the answer, yeah. One, if it's been long enough. And you're like, try saying that and it's supposed to be like a big reveal, and you've done a whole room full of people, and they're like, fuck, did you not write this? What is
Especially if you're people who aren't native to England and they're just looking at you confused because they don't know what you're saying.
Oh yeah.
Just
I think it's worth saying as well, like I having done that riddle trap room, also having worked with riddles like a little bit, like you guys are saying in my line of work anyway, I fucking hate riddles. I hate them because I love the poetry of them, but I hate them because you're not trying to guess the logical answer. You're trying to guess the stupid answer of the person who wrote the riddle, who believes that they're being clever. So you're not trying to think what the universal objective truth would be. You're trying to think what the clever side winking thing would be of the person who wrote it. That's why I personally dislike them, which is why I'm on this side of the table for that game.
I mean,
I wonder if I was just going to say, sorry, I wonder if Tolkien liked riddles, because of course, Bilbo at the end, his last riddle, like, what have I got in my pocket?
It's the biggest fuck you to riddles.
It's just the biggest fuck you, isn't it? It's just sort of like, I mean, it's completely subjective. What is in my pocket?
Pocket meat.
Pocket meat. It could be anything. It could be nothing.
Poor old Gollum. Like, how was he ever going to get that? He was right to be ticked off at that.
He was.
Yeah, man.
He was.
Because he doesn't have pockets.
Poor old Gollum.
I mean, he's got flesh pockets probably. Like,
Lord of the Rings, he barely has a loincloth. Like that is
rotted away.
Pretty close to the bone there.
Yeah.
But anyway, speaking of things that are close to the bone, your victory was pretty close to the bone.
It was.
Flaming onions! What a fine victory that was.
Yeah. You succeeded your first game. Your total prize pot after your 2 incorrect guesses and your 3 clues that you asked for stands at 370 gold pieces.
Ooh, let's buy some healing potions.
let's put it on red.
In D&D, is it the same as Pathfinder, where gold coins are actually worth a lot more than they used to be?
Established used to be last decade.
Let's talk about
that was only because of the currency change from second edition, wasn't it?
That was
it did. But I mean, classically, when I used to do things like Fighting Fantasy books, sometimes they just yeet the coins out and it'd be like, you get 50 gold coins, or this egg, that'll be 20 gold coins. You're like, fucking
Are you saying, is this a lot, the amount?
Yeah, is it a lot? Or is it
a healing potion is what, 40, 50? 50. So 50. That gives you kind of a bit of an idea of what we're looking at.
I love that fantasy has the Big Mac scale, but it's healing potions.
Yes.
Yeah. So how much does a healing potion cost in various parts of the world?
100%. That is like, you go by what the most bought thing is for whoever the demographic is. For adventurers, it's healing potions, and that's the first thing you'll find out. That's when you'll set your prices, and that's a really interesting thing. And to answer your question is like, what is gold worth? That every game table, every DM, every group of players has their own like version of worth. You'll get like, things cost 10 gold pieces in the first 2 games, and all of a sudden someone will be like, and that flying airship will cost you 270,000 gold pieces, which you have because you got that castle, and then it's just like, okay, fine, it has hardly any meaning whatsoever anymore. But yeah,
and I love the old encumbrance, where you've got to carry your coins. If you choose encumbrance, so if you've got 350 gold coins, you've got to carry through, and that's quite a lot of gold.
I'm using encumbrance rules in my GM for Hire Abomination Vaults thing, and it took me so long to work out how to take fucking coin weight off everybody on the because I was like, okay, it's encumbrance is fun in a dungeon crawl when it's like, okay, you've got a choice of these 3 swords, you can take one of them because you can only carry them. That's fun. Being like, you can't take any of the stuff because you're carrying 6 tons of copper.
Yeah,
it's like, that's no fun. Just take the coins off.
Just take the coins.
What happens is that adventurers become the bad guys by because they're carrying so many coins, being forced to invent banks in order to stash their gold coins, and thus they become the capitalists and the BBEGs of every campaign.
And also, there's never any gold mines. In terms of the economy, I mean, it's sort of like nobody's a gold miner. No,
Right.
where's all this gold coming from?
That's
you've got mountains and mountains of gold. Well, the dwarves dug it out all that time ago. It's like, really? That's the gold.
They made a couple of bad investments, and that's how it all got in the economy.
It flooded the market with gold, and they thought it was a good idea, but they didn't understand economics, and then that was it. Too much gold.
Rumor has it that if you slap a gold dragon very hard, then it will turn into a pile of gold coins, much like the goddess Hera slapping the ground to become pregnant with Typhon, the monster who killed Zeus. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Danger Games. We're getting into the game now. So, gathered once more in your quarters after a night's sleep, repairing all your wounds taken from the various traps you encountered inside that big bastard marble box. It is the next morning where Proxima comes in, but she's not by herself. There are a ton of servants bringing you in what can only be described as a winner's breakfast.
Ooh, what's involved?
No pulse
do we
for
eat
you.
our hit points back?
You do eat your hit points back.
Great.
There is no pulse here. There are honey-soaked breads, chunks upon chunks of creamy white cheeses, strips of charred venison with roasted peppers, and several jugs of sweet golden wine to wash it all down. Congratulations, everybody. Well done, and I am proud of you for completing your first official game as a Ludus together.
Yeah, we made a lot of money, didn't we, brother?
Yeah. Let's spend this irresponsibly.
Yeah.
We should probably buy some health potions. Because
I feel like we made less money than we could have. Too many clues, guys. Too many clues.
You did get a total of 370 gold pieces.
Yep, that's all for us, brother.
That's a
None
lot.
for you, Proxima. It's all just us.
That's right, because before the £500 was announced to you, I'd already taken my cut.
Oh, right.
That's how it works.
That makes sense, actually.
Yeah.
That makes
Fair
sense.
enough, really.
Imagine how that would be so unsatisfying for the crowd if they heard a number and then you won that number and then someone else took a bit of that money. That would be unsatisfying. We sort it out beforehand behind the scenes.
Be like getting your Patreon subscription money every month, wouldn't it? And it's just taking that little bit off the top of it. It just takes the edge off, doesn't it?
Sure.
What's a
Whatever personal crusade you've got going on here.
That's literally based on that we got patrons.
Oh, yeah, that's true, brother.
Actually, we don't. No one fucking wants to sponsor us yet.
And that brings me nicely onto my next topic, winners. Because you do know now of 2 potential patrons. There is, of course, Akabash the Talented.
Yeah,
However
love him.
talented
Love
he
him.
might be.
Akabash, lovely lad. I think he's good for us.
You have encountered as well, possibly against my intentions, but nonetheless it happened, the Constantinople Consortium.
Oh yeah, those guys.
The consortium.
They are pretty prickly and they don't seem to be willing to take you on. However, you've got a victory under your belts now. You did it fairly well. If you wanted to try and renegotiate with them, I would be obliged to put you in a room with them again.
I mean, I think Akabash liked us, didn't he? Do you know
There
what I
are 2 others as well.
Who are they?
mean? Okay.
Well, I wasn't going to tell you before. Didn't think you were all going to survive the riddle track box, to be honest. But
Neither did we.
But there is a patron that I know subsides within the Asclepian, and there is at least one other, I believe, in the gymnasium. Neither of which you have visited yet.
How much is the Asclepium, brother?
Yeah, I'm up. That's the one where you can sit in the wine. I'm up for that.
Did you say that was expensive, brother?
The entrance to the Asclepian, where you can visit what effectively is a full-on spa treatment, as well as negotiating things for potions and poisons from the patrons therein. That'll cost you 20 gold pieces to get inside. A visit to the gymnasium is worth 30 gold pieces.
What's in the gymnasium?
The gymnasium.
I mean, presumably we gym there, right?
You do. You're correct. Absolutely correct, Drum. The mechanics for the gymnasium are that of the training yard. The training yard, what would happen is if you spend D6 hit points and roll 3 athletics checks, if you pass a lot of those athletics checks, you will gain an advantage in the next game. The bonus of a gymnasium is that it doesn't cost you the D6 hit points. You pay money to get in and get those athletics checks. If you get 2 successful athletics checks while you're training inside, you get an advantage on your next roll in the game. If you succeed in 3 of your athletics checks inside the gymnasium or the training yard, you get advantage on all rolls for your next official game.
Got it. So it's like we can go in, we can work hard, and if we work hard enough, we'll be better in the next game. Fuck that, I'm going to the spa.
Which is why I have built in several different options here. So you've got the day. Because I knew some of you would do the thing. I knew some of you would do the other thing.
Thought we've been friends for years.
So the various things you can do. You can go to the training yard for free. It functions like a bit of a boring gym. It does cost you hit points that will carry over into your next game. You can go to the gymnasium. It's 30 gold pieces to get in. Aforementioned what I said. There is potentially a patron inside there as well. You can go to the Asclepian. Have a fun time at the spa. Potentially meet another patron inside. Potentially haggle for potions and poisons. You can also try and be scouty and sneaky or charming to try and find out any excess information, perhaps on the next game, perhaps about the workings of the Callisiopolis, perhaps on just shady dealings. Each of those things will probably take you a while, so I don't know if you all want to go to one place at a time. You can visit. You've got like a day and a half, so if you wanted to do all of those things, you absolutely can. If you wanted to split up and do different things, you can. Basically, the day is yours.
The day is ours.
Proxima.
I've been waiting for this for so long.
A quick question.
To the river.
There was some,
Yes, Rama, and might I congratulate you on your prowess with riddles. Clearly you are gifted with words.
Well,
cheers.
I mean, most of us got them at the same time.
If only he was gifted with words when he spoke.
It is an irony there. It is correct, yes. Does anybody want more of this wine? She helps herself to your sweet golden wine.
I'll have a drop.
Yeah, I'll have some.
She pours it out. She pours a generous amount.
there was a reward of armor mentioned.
I have that.
You do?
Yes. They are braces. I don't know if they've been blessed by Perforos the Forge God, but they're certainly very, very good quality. She just bring them out and slap them on the table in front of you. They are metal greaves that go from your wrist all the way down to your elbow. They are inlaid with sigils and what have you. They are braces of defense, and they would give you +2 to your AC as long as you are not wearing any armor. Sorry, Colin.
So
that's sexy.
So there's just one pair of them.
There is only one pair. You were given the prize money and the piece of magical armor, which you could decide amongst yourselves.
Wait, you have to be wearing armor for them to give you a +2.
You have to be wearing no armor for them to give you the +2.
So it's a kind of
magic.
It's a kind of magic.
That includes leather armor and stuff, right? All armor.
Yes.
Yeah, so unarmored.
I see. Now, before we discuss who should get these, I've got a sort of attached topic that I'd like us to tackle as well alongside that.
A what topic?
A topic that's kind of connected to who should get the braces, but is a sort of general topic as well. That I'd like to throw in a sort of like a subsection topic that is entitled "Why is Kevin such a bell end and he shouldn't have anything?"
What are you talking about?
You kicked me in the shin.
You did kick him in the shin.
Kicked me right in the shin.
I didn't kick him in the shin.
I can barely walk today.
Then grow up. Come on.
Kevin, you've been
it was an
real
accident.
shady since you got here, brother.
Yeah, there's something
You've been
wrong.
talking to your porridge, brother. You've not been eating your vitamins, saying your prayers, brother.
You've got all those. You've got all
Going
those.
around me all the time.
All those nuts you wouldn't let us have.
Yes.
Yeah. By the way, I need to talk to you about that. We discussed this, right? Didn't we?
Did we?
Yes.
Did we?
Yes.
Did we?
I said that I could get hold of.
Wait, Kevin.
Hello.
Is this something you need me to leave for?
It might be. He's got that voice
Yeah,
on.
maybe.
Shall I
Is that it?
just gonna go and drink some of my wine in
Could you
that
leave
corner over there?
It's all right. If you fine.
Thanks.
She takes the jug.
Yeah, I can see him. Yes, the cat over in the corner there is getting into the chicken.
I just think that
Is there any
should-
food in there?
Definitely.
Just
there
got-
isn't, but-
just
I mean,
stuck
let
in
him-
the.
let him
I was
get in the
worried
bag
about
if
him
he wants.
No, his
hanging
head's
himself.
in the hand.
Pass me the bag. Pass me the bag.
No,
because I
he
don't-
can get in the bag. It just if he's getting
in the bag.
his
Get in the
hand-
bag. Get in the bag.
I could
Proxima,
see
why,
that. Yeah.
why is that
Terrible
Leonid
from here.
eating our Nando's over in the back of the room there?
So we're gonna have to
Sorry,
get a
brother.
studio without a cat. We thought it would be fine,
No, I think
Dangerlings,
it's
but
good.
it's not.
fine.
Two of you are playing Leonid. I
He's
think
in,
this is-
he's in his bag.
It's a good character
He's in his
reference
bag.
for-
It's basically a bag with some takeaway chicken in there. He's having a great
There's
time.
no takeaway chicken left.
Somewhere, a particular horror half orc is very, very pleased that something is getting inside a bag.
Willingly
Willingly
getting
get inside a bag.
Listen, Kevin, there's no I in team, brother. You better start telling the truth, Jack.
There actually
or
is.
I'm
You
gonna
spell it in Greek.
shut the hell up, brother. Or I'm gonna take these 22-inch pythons, brother.
Well, no, I mean, you know, obviously you could do that. I'm a twig. You're a massive giant tree man.
Dash kind of just crouches down behind Kevin.
Why are you crouching down behind me?
You know. Hang on.
Hang on.
Is there a roll there?
Even crouching.
Even crouching.
I was taking that as entirely comical and therefore not making anybody roll for it. If this
No, I will police your game.
Oh my god.
My stealth is
Tomfoolery.
19.
doesn't matter. He sees you anyway.
Even crouching down, you must be bigger than him.
Yeah. You come up to my shoulder when you're crouching down. Like,
Okay,
also that.
What are you
Dash
doing?
Dash kind of turns it into like a little lie
Doing
down,
your shoelaces.
like David Brent lying on his photograph.
all right.
I thought you were going to say lie down and just kick his shin.
Whatever it is that you guys have got, you know, whatever it is you've got against me, just tell me. Get out in the open. Go on. What's wrong?
Well,
I think he has said that you kicked
kicked
his
me in the
shin.
shin. You're
He
being
keeps
weird.
going on and on.
I
about
said, I'm very sorry. It was an accident.
we just want to hear if you're part of this team or not. Really?
I mean, do I have much choice about being part of this team?
Well,
no, I
there is
guess not.
literally a choice, brother. The door's right there. The marble door's there, brother.
Yeah, but I can't just leave, can I?
Well, no, obviously it'll take four of us to
Exactly.
open the marble door, but you know, theoretically,
I literally don't know how they do it all the time.
Look, I'm not here by choice. Are you not here by choice?
yes.
Yes,
I want
brother.
to be in the game.
I wish to write an
all right.
epic
I want
poem.
to be remembered, brother. It's the best damn wrestler there is, brother.
I'm possibly unhealthily addicted to competing in these games.
How many times is it now?
Oh, it's I think this is my seventh.
Seventh time. Yeah, 7th time lucky, isn't it? Really?
All right. Well,
What
look,
about you, Dash?
That's not an option for me. All right.
Look, Kevin, you're sketchy. We get that. None of us have an issue with that. When I was competing in the games and winning, I never won a fair fight. The place might as well have been known as the Cocknopolis when I was there. I tell you what, the only fight I ever won face-to-face was against Quintilius the Younger during the father-son three-legged race. And I can tell you, his dad was pissed off about that. What we're saying is it doesn't matter if you're totally above board or not. What matters is that you're part of this team and that you're not turning it against the rest of us.
Yeah, you're not kicking us in the shin, brother.
Yeah.
You're not having conversations with Pulse, brother.
Look, I have conversations with Pulse. That's out there. Why aren't I allowed to do that?
I actually am with him on the Pulse thing. I had a talk with my Pulse and I found it really enriching. I think we should add that to our repertoire.
See? Nothing
It's
wrong
the
with
shin
talking to your
thing that I
pulses.
have an issue with.
Are you done? Are you done? Can I come over? I'm
No,
coming
not
over.
we
quite.
actually got distracted. We haven't done
no.
it. Sorry, what?
We haven't done that.
What's
Oh, yes,
the
yes.
thing that
So the
Proxima-
thing we talked about this.
You don't have to talk down. She's over there.
Yeah,
I am over here.
I still feel like I should keep my voice down a little bit
All right.
because you know I told you I had
So you've got
I
some
had a
nut-
contact.
Right.
Yeah.
What kind of
So I've got-
contact?
And what are we going to do
Jack.
with these nuts?
Well, I mean, you know they're not nuts, right? They're nuts.
What?
They're
Yeah?
nuts.
They're nuts.
Do I really have to say it out loud?
Please, yes, I think we're all a little.
It's the dream stuff.
Oh, that wasn't what I was thinking.
Oh,
It wasn't
the
at all.
dream stuff.
What are you going to do with that, Jack?
Akbash, he said if we could get him some, he'd patronise us.
Oh.
You don't remember that? We
People
talked about it.
Everyone we've met has been patronising us.
Well, I mean, yeah, that.
But now,
But, you know, as in he'll sponsor us.
but now we have options.
Well,
now we could go to the gymnasium.
Who's the two-faced man, brother? Who's that Jack?
Let's not get stuck on the two-faced man. See, Kevin, this pulls you back in my eyes. This is much more along. See, why couldn't you tell us about that? What's with the weird weirdness and the leg kicking?
We spoke of the leg kicking was an accident. You put me up on your shoulders as I came down off your shoulders, as you were pulling me back down off your shoulders. I slipped. I kicked you in the shin. I'm sorry.
I get the sense that you might be going round in circles. Can I return?
You might as well.
We might be talking about offing somebody in a minute. Is that something you want to be in on, or?
I don't know. But if it is, I don't know if it might come across as patronising. I don't know, Boobalay. Will it come across as patronising?
Hey, you either listen or you don't, all right? I've got a big voice.
Hey, listen, Proxima, what do you think? We should go to the spa?
I'll come back. Hello.
We should go to the spa, right? Have some relaxing times, get some health potions for the next thing, brother. Or maybe two of us go there, two of us go to the gymnasium.
Why don't you and I go to the gymnasium? We can pump some iron. Why don't the three of us go to the gymnasium?
And then you two, you go to the spa, get some health potions.
You're saying like Kevin and I should go and have a spa day together, and that will somehow mend our relationship.
Yeah, that's exactly.
No. I mean, I quite like that. Yeah, it sounds like a good idea, man. Yeah.
Here's what you should do if you want my advice. You should all go to the spa, which is the Asclepian. It's not just the spa.
Asclepian.
Asclepian.
You should all go to the gymnasium, but then if you want to split up to do some stalking or scouting and then going to the training yard, those things are up to you. You can split up for that. I would advise all of you going to the gymnasium and all of you going to the Asclepian. If half of you turn up looking for a patron and the other half of you aren't there, that's going to look bad for you.
Ah, right.
We should go to the gymnasium first.
Thanks.
So let's go to the gymnasium where I feel at home, brother. I'm clanging and banging in the gymnasium, brother.
Let's go.
Every time, brother.
Look at the iron jungle again. Oh, he's flexing again.
Look at those.
Can we make a rule about flexing at the breakfast table?
No, hard to encourage it.
He crushed my melon.
Proxima starts flexing as well. I should say as well that as it's like a day, it's not a game day, so you can at any point visit the amphitheatre to do ordinary amphitheatre themed stuff that you would ordinarily want to do. Many options that you want to do, but now you're going to the gymnasium. Which is winding your way through the complex that is the Calissiopolis, being led there by a slightly wobbly by now Proxima, who's still got the jug full of golden wine. There is coming to the gymnasium, which is an open-roofed complex behind tall wooden gates. Already the smell of oil and sweat assails you. Outside are two guards. They cross their arms. Then the muscles on their arms cross their arms.
I flex my muscles at them as well.
As does Dash.
Make a performance check, Dash and Liax.
Killy hates gymnasiums and says to Proxima, "Can I get some of that wine, please?"
Persuasion check, because she loves her
10.
wine.
Okay.
10 and a natural 1.
Natural 20, mate.
Oh, natural 20.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
Liax, you get pecked out. You're bottom of the pecking order at the moment.
No.
But the two guards, one male, one female, look at you approvingly. Dash.
Liax,
Hello.
I thought you were clanging and banging all
Got
day.
some good muscles there.
One of my off days. Shut up.
Got some good muscles.
They're pretty shiny. You've got real good shine.
We get lubed up with olive oil 3 times a day, as per the request of Iroas.
Is olive oil the good one for your muscles, is it?
I don't know if any of the oils are really good for you. I mean, it just makes you slippery.
Hey, tiny rainbow guy.
Hi.
All of them are good for our muscles.
Maybe
Whatever
I'll
you
get
say.
some of that olive oil and rub it into mine.
Oh yeah, well you gotta earn it first, big guy.
I flex like pecs, like back and forth.
They
like
flex
boom,
back.
boom, boom.
This is why I hate
Testosterone is just
gymnasiums.
palpable.
Oh my
like,
God.
someone walks past just going to the shops to get some oranges and they faint. That's how much testosterone is here.
Please give me the wine.
Persuasion, sorry, persuasion.
Yeah, persuasion. I've done it. It was 12.
12. She looks at you and goes, no.
Fucking thank God for that. He takes a big glug of that
There's
wine.
not a lot left.
Shit.
Are there any patrons here, brother?
You gotta get about 30 gold to get in here, bro.
How about 15? Half it, brother.
How about I half your face, brother?
You could try, brother, but I'm gonna.
I want to try, brother.
You want to try, brother? If you could beat
Just
me in a,
give him the money.
No, wait. If you could beat
Fuck
me,
this.
if you could beat me in an arm wrestle, brother,
Yes, I'd like to see this.
then I'll give you.
I'll
give you the 30, brother.
gold. I'm just going to go in.
Kevin is let in.
Is it 30 gold each?
I want to watch
Oh, shit.
the arm wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And if
it's
I
a-
win, I get him for free.
You run, brother.
That's right, brother.
I'm gonna take you down, brother.
I'm gonna take you down to Browntown, brother.
Oh, I'm the mayor of Browntown.
Well,
and
I'm
sure
right-
looking for a new sheriff.
Well, I'm the head of the council, brother, and I'm gonna stop all the Browntown from getting down, Brown.
Turns out I got a grassroots movement in Browntown, brother. And they all voted for me. You don't know because we got momentum. No, talking about brother.
Does a peck dance.
Dash is still peck dancing.
The politics of Browntown.
It's Byzantine.
The other guard kneels down, well appropriated in the ethics of arm wrestling. Creates a human bridge for himself as you two slam your elbows down on his back. Make an athletics check.
Oh, athletics. Hold on. Whoop, boop, 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 boop. Natural 20.
And he got a 15 as well. I think he did pretty well. There's a moment where their arms just go like, they just engage, they bulge. Is it
like that bit in Predator where they do that hand thing?
100%. That meme is so alive in my mind right now. Like, wait, there's like a little sound boom that just ricochets across everyone. Such a fur standing on end as they just pause in time for a moment, and then eventually, inexorably, Liax's pythons slither to life, overpowering the guard as he sweats and strains and his eyes bulge, and eventually the hand smacks down on the meaty table.
What you gonna do, brother? Well, Liax's 22-inch pythons come through the Browntown, brother, and they slam it down onto the foundations of Browntown, brother.
The other guard goes, yeah, that's 15 gold pieces.
Thanks, brother.
The Baron just looks over at Dash and goes, you know what's strange about this whole situation?
What?
He looks down at his crotch and goes, absolutely nothing. Nothing. Not feeling anything.
Well, you know.
You was full price, weren't you?
Yeah. I mean, I'll pay it.
On this, because currently I have no money.
No, when it comes
So-
out of the 370.
It comes to 300.
I tell you what,
Okay.
do I get a discount because of these? And I flex them one more time.
No.
All right. Pays 30, goes in.
All right, so having paid your cash to get inside the gymnasium,
So Kevin was already inside, right?
you were.
Can he have done anything while they were
Yes,
doing that?
he can have been assailed by the smell of sweat and oil. And as the rest of them join you, you can see that it is a large open area filled with marble benches, pillars, and sweating figures. In the middle of it all, there is a huge squat statue of Iroas, the god of war and victory, depicted here as a helmeted centaur holding a spear above his head. His arms have been depicted as huge and gleaming. There are cries and grunts of various trainees hitting your ears as they do star jumps while having jugs of cold ice water thrown at them, or wrestling with each other while drenched in olive oil, or lift weights while their trainers shout in their ears. Go ahead and make perception checks.
16?
20. Not natch 20, though.
14.
18.
All right.
14.
Everybody sees. She's making quite a spectacle of herself. There is a tall Leonin woman just flexing one arm, crushing a pomegranate with her massive bicep and her elbow. As she crunches it down, purple pink juice pours down her armpit to the cheers of her friends. You hear a loud voice as a towering Minotaur comes charging through the sweaty, testosterone-doused ranks, tossing towels at people. This Minotaur has a pink headband beneath his massive, girthy horns, and he is clad in a stretchy, almost lycra-esque material, you could say, that goes from his colossal thighs up to his furry chests. So yeah, what's going on, babies? Come on, let's go. If you're not moving, I don't want to speak to you. Come on. Who are you? What are you doing in my gymnasium?
What's your name, Jack?
My name is Git Good. My shit.
Get good.
My name is Gunther Git Good Thrallblood. That's right.
This is the Minotaur we're talking to?
Yeah, that's right, baby. I am the Minotaur you were talking to. Haven't done this voice in a while. Don't know if the main show, this character's been killed off yet, so could have happened by now. Don't know. Make sure I've got it in a different campaign. Here we are, different guys. Let's go. All right, so you're wanting to speak to me. Everybody wants to speak to the Get Good, baby. Yes, all right. To speak to the Get Good. He starts like bouncing from hoof to hoof.
To ask who that Leonin is over there.
I will tell you in a moment, babies. But first, everybody, you got to join my Zumba aerobics class. Let's go!
Oh, Zumba!
Yeah, okay.
I love Zumba.
Yeah, Zumba's Killy's kind of vibe.
He starts jumping and like high kicking in time with some imaginary music that you can't hear. Okay, aren't moving, aren't jumping. The ground it is we humping. To the left, to the right. We're going to jump all night. Everybody now works that touch from side to side. Kick your knees up nice and wide. Clapping hands 2, 3, 4 times. Hands on knees on the ground. Und flex. May Iroas bless your pecs. Do a squat. You look hot. Burpees more often than not. Bring it back now. Rolling hands go down to the ground. Smash your enemies. Pound, pound, pound. The Cerberus is a 3-headed hound. Okay, star, jump on stop. Okay, well done. Great. Well done.
Very nice.
Great, yeah, good work.
Sheer joy on your face as you were reading that out. See how much fun you had writing that.
This is my game and you can't stop me singing a song. That was great.
Yeah, okay, great. Okay, towel off, everyone. Yeah, great. So good work.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even do the first move, bro.
No,
I got confused.
That was great.
Yeah, sometimes
Love it.
Sometimes being athletic and amazing is confusing.
How many have you won?
Wait, shut up. Shut your mouth.
Sorry, brother.
Oh mine gots. Oh mine fucking gots. Is that Liax the Lionheart?
Yeah, it's okay, brother. I know. Yeah, it's
Here
me.
in the Callisiopolis.
Yep,
Baby
it's me.
darling, oh my god, I'm a like a fucking maniac, baby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got towels from like your first season. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Can't believe you're here.
I could sign it for you if you want, brother.
Stop it, shut your mouth.
Yeah, you could sell that on eBay.
It works.
Great. Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm not that kind of fan, but it's so great that you're here at my gymnasium. Tell me, what can I do for the Liax?
Well, listen, me and my friends, we're entered into the Callisiopolis.
Yeah, the Callisiopolis, the place we are and have been for weeks.
Yeah,
so easy to pronounce.
We're in this, brother, and we're in it to the win, brother. We're gonna go straight to the top, brother. Like I rose that ladder when I was in that fight against Chintz McMahon, brother. When I was fighting, when I was against him, brother, I rode the top tier of the ladder, brother, and I did an elbow drop off it, brother. We're gonna win this competition, brother.
Baby, what happened to Andrax the Giant?
What do you mean, Andrax the Giant?
I always followed his career as well. Like, you know, he was a famous wrestler, like in the AWE. Like, where he's gone now. Like, it was his...
I don't know, brother. My last fight was with the Boulder, brother.
Yeah, I know, I heard about that. It's very sad.
Yeah, don't tell my friends, brother. Don't tell my friends.
Can't hear what you're saying. Minotaur just leans a little bit closer. Sounds like you want me to not do something.
Yeah, don't worry. Listen, we want you as our Patreon. We want you to sponsor us in the Callisiopolis.
I don't think I'll ever get tired of saying Okay, so you want me to be a patron, huh? Yeah, I've considered this before. I've done this for a few Ludases before in my time. I have done it. With the gun to get good names, though, comes a lot of things attached. Okay, so if the basic business deal is that you would get free access to the gymnasium, okay, and some special training every now and then. All right, but for that I would require the best of the best. Okay.
We are the best of the best.
Listen, I know you have won like one game, but I am
2 games technically, brother. We had to kill a fucking goat.
You had to what?
It was a demon goat.
Yeah, we had to pop its head off like I popped the head off a jam, brother.
For some reason,
a jam toasty, brother.
Proximus just in the background being like, That's a fucking lie. They didn't kill a goat. It wasn't even a demon. It was my goat. It's still alive.
You haven't been in the room with us all the time. We might have killed a goat when you weren't around.
Yeah, that's true.
We might kill goats all the time.
Have you checked on it recently?
Yeah.
Proxima looks shocked and leaves.
We want to get that. We want to throw that Italian guy off his pedestal,
Stromboni.
brother. Stromboni.
What's Italian, baby?
Yeah, I was just about to say, like,
Stromboni, brother.
Oh, you mean Stronzo Stromboni?
Yeah, we're gonna take.
He's so great.
Yeah,
I'm such a fan of his. He's so
Do
amazing.
you know that? You know that guy?
He trains in here all the time, baby. Look, I have
Yeah?
only the best in Gunter's Get Good Gym, baby.
Gunter.
What's his deal?
What's his deal? His
what's
deal
going
is that
on
he
with him?
carves through his enemies like a lightning bolt. He's so sexy and fast.
Yeah.
And what
I mean,
better?
you've seen him train.
Yeah.
You ever chatted to him?
He's great. His training regimen is amazing. You know, he's up at like 5 o'clock in the morning every morning.
Yeah, and then what?
He like punches a fistful of like ice cold water and goes for a run 10k.
What? He punches
Punches
a fistful
ice
of water.
cold water.
Yeah, that's right.
And then he
yeah.
goes for
and do you
a
know what the
run.
water does?
What?
It shits itself.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's not even possible. But
So
he
he
does.
turns water into shit.
Kind of.
Sort of. Yeah, it's a bit backwards, isn't it?
Well, what better way?
God damn it! You made it sound less cool.
What better way than taking him off the top, brother? And you will be responsible.
Hey, I don't want to taste one of my. He's a paying client, baby. Like he has personal sessions with me.
But he says you're not a patron of it. You don't support him.
No, currently no. I have no ludices that I'm patronizing. At the moment.
really?
Yeah.
You're
Sort
a
of,
free agent
keeping
at
my
the
options open. You know, wanted to focus on my trainings this time. Wanted to beat some PBs this year. You know how it is.
What would be in it? What would we have to pay you for us to be the patron, brother? Whether that's monetary.
No. We get
pays us.
free.
yeah, he pays.
Pays us.
That's not how it works. We get free access
That's
to
how
the
patronage
gym.
Hey, and the AWE, you always have to pay the rest. You have to pay the owner, brother.
As much as it may seem like we should be paying our patrons to listen to this.
I love how like 5 people in the room just turned around and was like, hang on, I've been an actor. I understand how agents fucking work. Hang on a fucking minute. Yeah, well, you know, it would take some convincing, and I'm sure there's something you could do for me, but it's kind of like a pro bono thing. Still not really sure I'm taking anyone on. He's hopping from hoof to hoof.
All right,
like, trying
what
to keep
can we
his heart
do,
rate up.
brother? How can I convince you? Give me your best fighter, and we'll take them on here, and we'll win, brother.
Do we really
How many?
Gunter locks eyes with Liax at that and goes, oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, baby.
I want my name attached to the best, baby, okay? I want muscles, power, fierceness, athleticism, bright colors,
Natural 20.
entrance music, stuff like that. Shave patterns into your fur, logos for Gunter's gym, baby. Yeah. Did you get a natural 20?
Yeah, I get natural 20, baby.
Okay. Here's what happens. I will offer you Liax the Lionheart Lycomania. I will offer you, unto your weird little team, patronage that you can take or refuse as you so wish. As long as you, right here, strip to the waist and wrestle each other, doused in olive oil, right fucking now.
I mean, I'm up for that, bro. I'm already in my pants, brother.
As it would happen, I'm already covered in olive oil. I slipped on trying to get this M4 open. It's everywhere.
Do you need all of us to do it? I'm just asking.
Oh, yeah.
I think my muscles would look amazing with olive oil. I was seeing the people out the front. So, yes,
Is this free range olive oil, brother? Or is it none of that canned stuff?
free range. The olives run around in the back garden.
The olives were brought up in a barn with
I haven't
lights.
been in industrial farming yet. Allow me to have some evils free of my own fantasy world. Keep sticking vending machines into all the fucking other ones.
Are these olive oil plant based?
Do you mean
plant-based olive oil?
Do you mean extra virgin? Is that what you're?
That's right, brother. I only go for extra virgin.
Yeah, we only wrestle in extra virgin oil.
What do you think I've got, baby? All I've got here is ice cold water, extra virgin olive oil, and shitloads of avocados.
First pressing.
What?
First pressing
So
of the olives.
Okay, if I thought you were offering me to like a press-up competition, which is a win.
Is this like a
Buying me?
Royal Rumble type of thing, or is this like one-on-one? Or is this just all in a pile together? All sweaty men in a pile, brother. Olive oil, skin on skin.
Gunter walks around you and appraises you all individually. Yeah, here's how I think this will go. He nods at Dash and then looks at Rama. You two will wrestle each other. I think that is a fine match.
Rama.
He looks around at the remaining three and goes, I think it is best if the small goat boy and the magic user wrestle each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How your shins feeling?
And Liax,
Petty.
he inclines his horns towards you and goes, it would be my fucking honor.
You got it, Jack.
All right. He leads you all to like a circle, like a chalk circle at one side of the gymnasium, and all the other attendees of the gym run around going, oh my god, Neo's fighting Morpheus, come on. And as you all aligned on the around the circle, we are going to take this, I believe, all at the same time. There are several different circles. You get matched up. You get matched up in several different circles. So, the objective here, babies, will be to push or grapple your opponent out of the chalk ring. You can do this by either shoving them or grappling them, like wrestling, okay? If you want to get the slaps in beforehand, try and stun your opponent, maybe it's okay, it's allowed. But no weapons and no magic.
The Baron is already crackling with lightning.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So I'm just going to discharge this nothing somewhere.
Not on the oil, not on the oil, not on the oil.
Oh, God.
Please say there was like a montage, like set to an 80s number of us like just lathering up with olive oil.
If you want to do that.
Because I think, you know, that had to happen, didn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't really know how
Amazing.
olive oil works on short-furred animals like, you know, horses, lions.
Matted. Really hates this because all of his beautiful plump fur that looks so good and has such wonderful body gets covered in lank, greasy oil.
Probably
it's not a
like,
great look.
You know, those seagulls after an oil slick, and like just sort of all sticking out, and you know.
Oh yeah, that's a really effective visual metaphor, but also super sad one, bro.
Yeah.
But also your colours would look brighter because they're darker. Yeah, because like you know, sometimes you put wet things on. Yeah, it would look a bit brighter.
You would literally
maybe.
look like an oil puddle because they go quite rainbowy, don't they? So
I suppose.
Yes, I look like
Either way,
a gasoline slick.
Either way, you're oiled up. Yeah, so how this will work is basically exactly how Gunter said. Grapples and shoving, so basically that's athletics checks to try and grapple your opponent, get them to your side of the circle. Or push them out of their side of the circle. If in combat rounds you can make an unarmed attack, which will be your dex mod, your strength mod plus proficiency for those martial classes. For those who aren't trained in martial class, it would just be your strength mod plus your d20 to try and hit your opponent. If you hit your opponent, you get advantage on trying to grapple or shove them next turn. So you can do it kind of tactically if you want to, or you can just go straight for the grapples and the shoves. Either way, as the hand team line up at either side of the chalk circles as Gunter levels his horns at Liax, the Lionheart. Dash and Rama pair off on one side of one circle, all lubed up in oil. And the Shin Kicker siblings, Kevin and the Baron, line up on their circle. All of them doused in oil, all ready to lube up and get wrestling at Gunter's pleasure. We're going to find out what happens next fortnight.
Do this!